Welcome, everybody. Welcome into the coaching hour. And today is a very, very special day in this coaching hour. And that is, it's our 50th episode in this free coaching hour series that I do every week on Tuesday and Thursday. So, we have a special surprise and a giveaway contest at the end of the session. So, make sure to stick till the end. We are going to start in few minutes. In the meanwhile, let us let us know in the chat box from where you are and what are your big goal that you are presently going after. So the chat box is waiting for you. Make sure that you make a buzz in the chat box. So go ahead and introduce yourself. We are starting in just 2 minutes. So if you have just joined us, go ahead in the chat box and introduce yourself and let us know about your big goals because we are in for a great treat today as it is our 50th special episode in this coaching hour. So go ahead and introduce yourself in the chat box. And if you're watching us on YouTube, do the same thing. Introduce yourself here in the chat box on YouTube because this is our special episode and we are live on YouTube. All right, so I can see a lot of comments coming in. So Meena Ramchand here is from Surat. My big goal is to have a lots of money. So Mira, make it specified how much money. All right, some familiar faces. Harish is here from Delhi. And all right, the chat box is going very fast. That's lovely. Wonderful. Keep going and introduce yourself. All right, so you said 2 crores. So think about it because as we grow in our session today, you're going to learn a lot of things about how you can earn that money and what you have to do because today, as I already said, it's a special lesson and it has a special message. But the message will only be decoded by those who are willing and interested to give the best that they have. So keep coming with those comments because we are in for a treat. All right, good here to see you, Saloni. All right, so there are lots of people. I like it, Avnish, that you have wrote your goal in the form of a statement that I have shown you. All right, so on this special edition and a special episode that is our 50th episode, we are coming up with a very great topic, and I believe everyone must know about it. And it is see what you want and get what you see. I repeat, it's about see what you want and get what you see. So that is the reason why I ask every single one of you to write down your goal in the chat box. And I see some of you have still not done that. So I'm not moving forward until or unless I see everybody writing their goal in the chat box. As I say on all my sessions, there is no point being on sessions if you're not going to communicate because then it will be like another information for you and you may not get a lot out of it. So go ahead and introduce yourself and let me know in the chat box what is your present goal that you're going after. Do you have clarity about your goal or not? Whatever it is, write in the chat box. Go ahead and write. All right, good, Ajay. Good to know your goal. Lovely. All right, what about others? There are many other who has still not wrote. All right, so when you said to excel in online marketing, describe what that mean to you. Does it mean in terms of clients, in terms of money, or whatever it is? Because understand that the first thing you have to understand about your goals and about your passions, the more specific you are, the better are the chances that you will end up getting it. And if you're not specific about your goal, the chances are that you're not going to get what you want. So it's very, very important for you to be very specific. And I still see some of you are very lazy, or whatever the reason, you're not writing your goal. Awesome goal, Chantan. You have to see yourself every single day there, and you have to take some very committed and bold action steps if you want to make it happen. Otherwise, it will just be a fantasy. All right, so here's another one. Awesome. That is lovely. Lovely, Saloni. See yourself every day there. Just see yourself every day there. Okay? All right. So wonderful. There are still some of you who are not yet writing. If you're on YouTube, guys, make sure that you write your comments in the comment box. All right. So let's get into the great, amazing thing that I'm going to discuss with you. Now, understand that what I'm going to share with you now today, this is the secret used by every successful person on this planet. Doesn't matter wherever they are, doesn't matter whatever they're doing. This is the secret. And this is the secret every person who has created any sort of innovation has actually used in their life. And the secret is not outside, it's inside. And it is your own imagination. And you know what? Most of the time, we don't even know that we are using our imagination, but we are using it in a very wrong perspective. Now, what is imagination? Einstein said something very beautiful about it. He said, imagination is everything. It is the preview of the life's coming attractions. And I literally love that. When Einstein said that, I literally love that. But we have to really get into the meaning of it, because it's not just that we understand it from the conscious level. We have to integrate it to the subconscious level, and we have to decode its meaning to ourselves so that we can get the best out of it. Now, that proceed to another question. And I want you to see in your house around you, okay? Just have a look around you. Have a look around your house. Have a look around the things that you have in your house and ask yourself a question. The garments on your body, from where they came? And then ask yourself a question. The vehicles that you're driving today, whether it's a bike or it's a car, from where that bike or car came? The laptop that you're using for your business, from where that laptop came? And at the same time, ask yourself from where the structure of your house came. Every single thing that you have in your house right now, it was at one time was someone's imagination, and then it converted itself into a physical reality through some sort of action. The technology we are using today right now, this digital board that I have right now on which I'm writing, it's a tablet that is connected to my laptop, and then through Zoom you are able to see it. All these technological advancements were once just an idea in someone's mind, and then they worked towards its fulfillment, and then they created that into their life. Similarly, I believe there are some results that you want to achieve in your life. And understand that those results will be yours once you start understanding and applying your imagination. Nothing's ever happens without the use of imagination. Now, some people may ask me, Sukhbir, I didn't attract that bad results, but I can tell you, you did attracted that. You don't know that consciously or unconsciously, we are imagining something in our life. But the problem with most people is that they are using their imagination in a wrong way. In other words, they are using their imagination in a negative terms. Most of the time when people are thinking, and if you observe their thinking and if you ask them, they are thinking about the things that they don't want. They are thinking about the things that they don't want, and this is absolutely true. Most of the time when people think about their goals, the first thing that they have on their mind is it possible? How I'm going to do that? How I am supposed to come up with that amount of money? I don't have help right now. I don't know people. I don't have resources, blah blah blah. And every time what they're doing is they are thinking from what they don't have, and they're not even allowing their imagination to really get to a point where it can create miracles. But at the same time, they're using imagination in the wrong way. Now, in the last session, in the session number 49, if you have watched it, that's great. If you haven't watched it, you may go back to our group and watch it. In that episode, I talked about the endless self image loop. And in that loop, it was very, very evident that your self talk dictate up to a very large degree that what's happening. There is a endless self talk loop. So what's happening? The things that you're telling yourself over and over and over again. Some people use their imagination and they say, I can't do it. It is not possible. There are many people who are feeding this to their consciousness. And you know what's happened? When you feed these messages are getting into your self image. And when they are getting into your self image, what is happening? They are forming your self image, and at the same time, they are strengthening your self image. But when you're using these negative statements, your self image is getting strengthened in a wrong way. And then what happens? This self talk or this self image, then you take action on it. And when you take on action on it, you get the same results. And when you get those same results, what happened? You tell yourself, you justify yourself. See, I told you. What you don't realize is that in this self talk endless loop, you have used your imagination in a very, very, very wrong way. And I'm going to show you it right now on a stick person diagram. And if you will be open minded, you are going to get to a new level of transformation. And it is going to be very evident for you that every single thing in my life that has ever happened has happened because I have consciously or unconsciously has used my imagination either in a right way or in a wrong way. So now just pay very, very close attention to what I'm going to explain you. Now, this could be one of the life transforming idea that you can ever try to understand. Now, this is your mind right there, and we are going to draw two of them. Okay, this is your mind right there. All right. It is your mind, it is my mind, and it is everyone's mind. And for the sake of understanding, our mind is divided into two parts, and that is the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Now, conscious mind and subconscious mind work completely in a different way from each other. While your conscious mind is more like the gathering knowledge and gathering information, your subconscious mind dictates what you are going to do. And there are powerful mental faculties and tools that I'm going to explain you in just a few minutes from now. In this small circle right there, this represents your body. And understand that your body is just a dumb terminal. It can only do what the mind tells it to do. It cannot do anything until or unless the command is given by the mind. And this is pretty evident. But for many people, this diagram that I love is a mystery. For them, this is just like a very strange concept. But if you're into my programs, you know that it's not a strange concept. We call it the secret genie. Why we call it the secret genie? Because this is where everything happens. This is so powerful. And you know what? Then we all have these sensory factors right there. We can see, we can smell, we can hear, we can taste, and we can touch. Now, I'm going to explain you two analogies right now, right here. And I want you to be very open minded and just pay as much serious and close attention you can pay right now, right here. Okay. Now, understand that right now we all have some results in our life. Now, that's a different case whether we like those results or not. We all have those results. We all are earning a certain amount of money. We all have relationships in our life. It doesn't matter whether they're good or bad. There are going to be some people who have good relation. There are going to be some people who have bad relation. And at the same time, we all are living in a body. We have a health standard. Some may have a good health. Some may not have a good health, and there are many different areas of our life. Now what happens right here is something very bad. Now this is called as the doom fulfilling cycle, where you just go on the wrong way. Now what happens is, right now, a person in this position usually ignores that he has some powers. A person ignores that there is something more powerful in their mind, which, if utilized, can bring better results. And what happened at that time, we allow our senses to look at our present results. Now you can see your results. You can see that there is not enough money in the bank account. You can see that I am stuck. My health is not good. You can see that your relationships are not the way you want them to be. You can see that I am not moving forward. I am keeping myself stuck. You can see that I don't have the desire to grow. And what happens? You allow all these results to get feeded back to your consciousness. You know why? Because you're looking at that results, you are talking about that results, and you're thinking about that results. And when you are doing that, what is happening is you are building thoughts right there in your mind, and those thoughts are not constructive at all. Why? Because they are coming from a negative perspective, and they are coming from your present results, which are not good. And then what happens? You are keep on talking about it. There is an endless loop going on. You're talking about these results over and over and over and over again. This self-talk is going on. My life is bad. My results are bad. I cannot do this. I cannot do that. This is not happening. I don't know how to do it. And what's happened? Once you do that, you're getting emotionally involved with your present results. When that happens, you are generating an emotion at your subconscious level which are not productive. Because when you're looking at your present results, which are not good results, you're bound to attract at the subconscious level the fear, the doubt. The fear and doubt is actually generated right there at the conscious level because you doubt yourself looking at your present results. And then that is actually converted into a very bad feeling, that is the fear at the subconscious level. You doubt yourself and you worry at the conscious level because your results are not what you want them to be. And then that doubt and worry is expressed into fear at the subconscious level. And sometimes people may say, oh, I don't face fear at all. I don't think I'm afraid. But if you ask themselves why you're not changing your life, they say, I'm pretty okay. Actually, they're not okay. They're trying to be okay, but they are stuck in that level. They're stuck in their present performance, and they are thinking their life is going good, but actually it is not going good. Why? Because the they are in this endless doom fulfilling cycle where they are letting their present results to stick in their consciousness and then dictate everything. What happened? Now, this moves your body into a vibration which is not conducive. And then you may take an action, or you may not take any action, and then still you end up getting the same results. Now, this is where we have ignored our powers. This is the side right there where we have literally ignored our powers, and we have just allowed our senses to control our thinking. And if we want to grow in our life, if we want to make anything big in our life, we have to stop living this way. We have to literally stop living this way. And you have to stop it with by yourself. I can only inspire you, I can only encourage you. It's you who has to make that decision. And what is the solution? You have to understand that by the law of polarity, there is always a solution. The choice is yours. If this is a negative aspect, there is a positive aspect. And the positive aspect is that you have to realize that in your conscious mind, there are higher intellectual faculties. There are higher intellectual faculties, that is imagination, intuition, reason, will, memory, perception. Those marvelous, powerful tools are right there in your consciousness. But the problem is that we don't use them. Why? Because we are living all the time in this doom fulfilling cycle. And if we want to use them, we have to shut down our senses. And rather than looking at our senses and looking at our present results, what we have to do is we have to trigger our reasoning factor, that is our imagination, and we have to ask ourselves and we have to imagine, what do I really want? Rather than looking at the results you have to ask yourself, what results I want. This is the question, my dear friends, you have to ask yourself, what do I really want? And then you build that image, you imagine that, you visualize that. What will be happening at that time is that when you started thinking about what do I really want, and then you made a decision that, bang, this is what I want and this is what I'm going after, you know what's going to happen? At that time, you will be building the thoughts of something more powerful that you have never thought about. And these thoughts will be coming from a divine intelligence, the energy that is flowing right now here through your consciousness. And you have tapped into that energy using your imagination, and you have built an image of what do you want. And then, if you again do the self talk loop, you're thinking about it, you're talking about it, you're feeling it happening, you know what's going to happen? That is going to get emotionally involved. You are going to become emotionally involved with that idea, and it is going to generate emotions which are going to be better than the emotions created by the present results. Now, is it easy to do that? Not at all. Why? Because most of you are not familiar with the word paradigm. And even if you are familiar with the word paradigm, you don't know how to change it. You don't know what to do, how to change it. But the point here is that it can be done. And the moment you get emotionally involved with that, it is going to alter the vibration. You are going to take the action that is necessary, and it is going to get the results that you want. But then, where is the problem? The problem is right there in our mind. And it is pretty obvious and it is pretty common, but yet it is misunderstood by many people. And I'm going to explain you the problem right now. And if you have understood that last diagram, I believe there is something that might have struck in your mind that you're doing wrong in your life and that you have to change. If it has not yet struck in your mind, no problem. Stay there till the end, because I am going to explain you a little bit more here about this. That what is your trouble? What is actually causing the whole problem? So bring your attention here and understand that you have to understand that there is a power flowing to and through you. Okay. And that power is flowing to and through you all the time. It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter where you are. You can be in South Africa, you can be in Buenos Aires, you can be in Nigeria, you can be in Kenya, you can be in India, you can be in the air flying on the airplane, you can be in the sea, you can be anywhere in the world. That power is flowing to and through you all the time. And you know what happened? When this power flows to and through you, you have the choice. You have the ability to choose whether you want to go on the negative side or you want to go on the positive side. Just what I explained to you in the last diagram. What happens is that we all are conditioned and we all have a paradigm right there in our subconscious mind. And this is happening with everybody. It doesn't matter who you are. Everybody is programmed. And the problem is that some of us are programmed with the right idea. Most of us are programmed with the bad concepts. And you know what's happened? When the power flows to and through you, your paradigm forces you to move on this side and choose negative thoughts right there in your consciousness. And when you choose these negative thoughts, why? Your paradigm is in harmonious vibration with that negative idea. And that's why it chooses that negative idea and then it expresses it through your body in the form of a negative action or in the form of a non-productive action, which causes to a result that you do not want. And that is the root cause right there, my dear friends. And we all have been struggling with this because we have never ever taken out the time to understand it. We have never ever ask ourselves a question that how I can make it happen or how I can really improve it. And that causes a lots of damage to your life. Now, what is the solution? The solution is pretty simple. You got to find a mentor and stick with that mentor. You have to get yourself into effective education and do exactly what the mentor tell you to do. Now, for many years, I tried to figure out it all by myself, and I was a miserably failure. And the day I understand that from Bob Proctor in one of his seminars, I made the decision that I'm going to get a mentor and change my life. And the day I enrolled myself into a program, I knew exactly that now my life is about to change. And it took me some time, a year, but then a year later, my life was completely different. You can have the same life, but you got to make a decision. I know some of you just, join these calls over and over again. I see a lot of familiar faces on these calls every single week. But I still know that some of you are coming here, you're feeling good about it, you're going back into your work, you're trying to figure out things at yourself. And then again, month by month, you're in the still the same position. Some of you are thinking we are in the same position because of the lockdown, because of the market scenario. My dear friends, in the same scenario, there are people in the same business in which you are who are growing. If they can grow, you can grow too. But you have to go beyond your paradigm oriented thinking. You have to go beyond that paradigm oriented thinking because that thinking is not serving you. And if you're going to allow that thinking to be there in your life, then I can tell you a year from now, you are going to be in the same position. So you got to make that change. You got to make that change. We have fantabulous and fantastic coaching programs in our company. And we have programs starting from a very low investment to a very high investment. So we understand everybody and we have programs based upon your needs. But you got to make a decision to really bet on yourself because right now the only problem you have is that you're not betting on yourself, and the day you decided to bet on yourself you can have an amazingly different life. But it all starts with the decision. It all starts with the decision. Now, as I said, that today is our 50th episode, and we have some amazing giveaway. So I'll let you know a little bit about the giveaway contest that we have, and then we are going to move into the Q&As that you're carrying. So this giveaway contest that we have here is pretty simple. All the other details for this giveaway contest are going to be declared in our group, in our Facebook group. But the first prerequisite of this giveaway contest is that you go to Facebook and you join our group Paradigms, the programming your mind for success. That's our Facebook group. And since you have signed up for this program, you will receive an email to sign up for that free Facebook group. And then the rest of the instructions are going to be provided in the Facebook group. I can tell you that. This giveaway contest is your best opportunity to get some massive discounts on our programs and at the same time to get some amazing giveaway products that you have never dreamed about. So keep an eye on the few coming days. There are going to be a lot of instructions passed away in our Facebook group. So you have to keep an eye on them because your life can change in just a few days. But it all starts with a decision. For now, what you have to do is just make a decision and go to Facebook and join our Facebook group. And the rest is taken care. And now, if you have questions, bring your questions in the Q&A box because on this giveaway day or in this 50th day, we are going to have a lot of amazing, amazing things for you. Absolutely, Chintan. You can share the link of Facebook group with any number of people that you want to share. Bring as many people you can. And all right, guys, so we have the group sheet link right now in the chat box. If anybody wants to join, just go to the link and bang, get into the group. You will be asked few questions. So answer those questions because answering those questions is very important. Without answering those questions, we are not going to accept you. Once you answer those questions, you are most welcome. And now, the time for the special 50th episode Q&A. So if you have questions, bring them either in the chat box or bring them in the Q&A box. And I'm looking forward to your questions. All right, guys, bring your questions. If you're on YouTube, you can ask your question in the YouTube comment box. If you're on YouTube, guys, you can ask that on YouTube comment box. Sure, Prema, we will share the link on WhatsApp also. Don't worry. Chintan, you may put it later on in the WhatsApp groups. All right. All right. So here is a question from Mr. Suresh. If we agree what you say, need a mentor, can you briefly explain what difference you will do as to evaluate where we will be able to do? So if you can just clarify the second part of your question, that would be much better. I understand that what you say, and it's not what I say that we need a mentor. Every single successful person say that we need a mentor. Nobody becomes successful without having a good solid mentor. You can go to the ancient times and to the present time. Every single person who is really successful, every single person had a mentor. Bob Proctor had 6, 7 mentors. And I can name n number of people who had great mentors and who are highly successful. I had a mentor. I still have mentors. And I'm keep on adding mentors because I know that mentor shows you the path to follow. So when you said, can you briefly explain what different you will do? There are a lot of new things that are going to be added to your life. Number one thing that will be added, it's to challenge your thinking. Right now, you're not challenging your thinking. A mentor see a lot more talent and potential in you that you can see in yourself. Then it added a lot of accountability, which is very important. Masterminding is there, which is equally important. And if you want to talk and understand what a difference I can make, Suresh, go and talk to anybody who is right now my present client. They will tell you better than me what difference I have created in your life. And if you want to talk to anybody, I can share details with you, and you can go ahead and very wonderfully have conversation with any of my present clients. They will tell you what a difference I have created in their life. And most importantly, they have created a difference in their own life by just following what I'm sharing with them. I'm just a medium of change. You have to put in the work, which you will be doing once you will be in the environment. So there are a lot of people on this chat right now who are my clients. You can talk to any of them, Suresh, to understand more about it, what a difference it can create in your life. Okay. All right. So Mina said, you want to know who is mentored by me? There are many who are mentored by me. Right now, we have around 10 people in our Paradigm Switch Academy. Apart from that, there are 4, 5 personal clients with whom I'm working. So I can share a name with you personally. But right now, there are 5, 6 members who are already a part of my academy. They are in this chat right now. So you can go to YouTube and you can check out few testimonials that I have, all from my clients, Suresh. All right, so let's move to the next question. Mina said, I don't know how to go to Facebook. Mina, we will share the link with you in the email. You simply have to click that link and then you will be directed towards your the Facebook. Okay. All right. So another one is from Prema. Am I betting on myself? Can you please highlight more on this statement? That means, Prema, you know that your success depends upon you. You don't depend on anybody else. You bet on yourself that I'm going to change my life. When you take everything on yourself, your successes, your failures, when you take 100% responsibilities for everything, that is the time when you're betting on yourself, Rema. That is the time when you're betting on yourself. I hope you get it now. It's simple. You just have to a little bit tweak it for yourself. All right, so let's go to the next question. The next question is from there are a lot of questions in the chat box, guys. If you can just switch them to Q&A box, that will be better. All right. So the next question is from Awanish. Based upon the past bad experience, it does happen at time that fear takes over faith. Absolutely. At that time, you have to just literally reject the past. Understand, Avnish, whatever the past was, that was based upon some past thoughts, past ideas, and past belief system that you had. Let the dead bury the dead, as Bob Proctor said. Your past cannot control your future until or unless you allow it to control your future. So whatever has happened in the past, first of all, forgive yourself. You may have made some mistakes which caused the bad experiences. Forgive yourself and let it go. And then move ahead in the future with a better expectation that I can change my life. And then build up the right mindset, follow the right practices, and you see how it will change your life. You got to trust the process. And whenever the past flashes back to your screen, reject it, reject it, reject it. It cannot come back over and over again for long enough time if you start rejecting it. Okay? All right, lovely. All right, so the next question is from all right, so I'm worried whether it's normal to want many things at the same time. For example, I want to earn by December. I also want to have many clients. Now, understand that when you want many clients are going to end up help you on the money. So there is nothing wrong with that. But the point here is that you visualize yourself being that with clients, or you visualize yourself being with that money, that's equally okay. Because at the end of the day, money is the reward of the service render. When you will render the service, you will have clients, and those clients will end up getting money for you. So it's equally same. So there is no point of worry here for you. Just go ahead. You are in the right track at the right place. Keep taking the right action. Okay. So your question was really great question, but you don't have to worry because at the end of the day, both questions are just similar. All right. All right, perfect. And Suresh, as you can see in the chat box, Pushkar is one of my very old client. I have been working with him from such a long time, and you can talk to him if you want. He has such amazing changes in his life. All right, so here we go. The next question. Do we have any next question? All right, we don't see any questions so far. If you have a question, guys, bring it right now, right here. This is your best chance to ask the question. All right, Pushkar, waiting for your question. If you're on YouTube, guys, bring on your question. Who else has a question, guys? This is our 50th episode. Take the benefit of it. Ask any question you have. What is the easiest way of to imagination? Practice. Easiest way is, you know, you write it first. If you cannot imagine it, write on a piece of paper how you want your life to be. And then start imagining it by keeping your eyes closed. It takes practice, but slowly and steadily you will become better at it, Mina. Nobody is master at anything in the first beginning or in the first go. They become master once they practice it over and over and over and over and over again. So, Mina, for you, start practicing it. Just simply keep your eyes closed, take a 10 deep breaths, and after taking 10 deep breaths, just simply start imagining the life that the way you want it to be. Start seeing yourself in a better place, and slowly and steadily add a little bit more things to it. See how you're interacting with people, see the kind of lifestyle you're living, see the kind of relationships you're enjoying, see the kind of money you're earning. Just keep adding those stuff. That's how you will become better at imagination, Mina. Okay. But at the same time, you got to work on your paradigms, because if your paradigms are not altered, your imagination may not be that much stronger. So it's very important to work on your paradigms in the beginning. In fact, all the time. Okay? I hope you got the answer, Mina. All right, so here's a question for Push here. I always think that I'm not giving my 100%, yet small changes are happening, which at a long run makes an ultimate paradigm shift. I want to know, I'm really not working harder or I'm expecting too much from myself. You, none of these, Pushkars. You just have to remind yourself that you're on the right track. All those positive changes and the things that you're attracting in your life, Pushkar, okay, every single thing is a result of a change in you. And understand that man is never satisfied, and God has never made us to be satisfied. There is always a better urge for the better things. Now, all you have to do is you have to keep working on your will. It's another one of your higher mental faculties. The more you work on your will and the more you work on your imagination, you are going to see you will attract better and better things. Okay, and focus on the most important aspect of your life, and you will see how they will add up. So, what I will tell you is that feel very honestly and sincerely grateful for the things that you're attracting in your life right now, and then keep expanding on it. It's never that you ask too much for yourself. And yes, if you feel that you're not giving your 100%, next time give your 100%. See where it takes you then. Okay? All right? I hope I answer your question. All right. So, Manpreet, your comment is not appearing on YouTube. If you can just repost your comment, that would be great, Manpreet. All right. So, the next question is from Prema. In the process of achieving my dreams and my goals, I have seniors who are more experienced in the field may seem I am not giving my 100%, again the same, but I feel I'm giving my best of my ability, and I get often disturbed. What do you advise me so that these comments do not affect me? See, people are going to judge you all the time, Prema. People are going to pass on their opinions, but remind yourself their opinion has nothing to do with you. But at the same time, you have to ask yourself, am I really giving my 100%? If you think you're giving your 100%, all right, then start giving more than that. Not for anybody else, but for yourself. Because at the end of the day, your dreams are your dreams. I know you have friends, I know you have mentors, I know you have people around yourself, but your dreams are your dreams. So give yourself the best you can. Okay? So if you feel like that, they're telling it to you something, you simply remind yourself that I just have to give my best. That's it. People are always going to say something, either they're mentors or whatever, but you got to respect your mentors. And if you tell you something, you may consider it seriously, and you look at that and you have to observe yourself, you have to analyze yourself. Don't let it hurt you, because sometimes what happens when a mentor or somebody who's more experienced than us in the same field says us something, sometimes we take it on our ego, that why they're telling me, I'm giving my 100%. So understand that whether you are taking it on your ego or you're genuinely feeling that you're giving your 100%, and then sincerely take their comment, because most of the time when they are saying you something, they're saying you from based upon experience, because they're in the same field. But then if you feel that you're doing your good, all right, no problem, don't let it affect you. Just let it go and you keep on working on yourself. All right, I hope that gives you clarity, Prema. All right, wonderful, lovely. So we have few more minutes for last few more questions. If anybody has a question, bring it up right here. And Manpreet, your comment is not appearing on YouTube. Can you just put it back here so that I can see it? All right. So here is a question from Manpreet on YouTube. Is it right to push yourself if you are not motivated or don't feel like doing something? Example, starting a job. Absolutely, you gotta push yourself. You have to push yourself. You have to push yourself to do something, because if you are going to achieve something in your life in the beginning, you gotta push yourself. I know you maybe want to start some doing something else, but then you gotta push yourself even in that also. So you got to see that battle going on in your mind. Maybe you're not interested in doing a job. Maybe you're interested in doing a business. So the question here is, are you doing something about the business or not? If you're not doing something about the business, then why you're waiting? You got to push yourself in either of the one. And then you got to make a decision and you got to stick to that decision, Manpreet, because either way, you will only win once you put yourself into the position where you are actually doing the work that you're meant to do. Otherwise, you can play around for many years and you still be stuck in the same position. Okay. So that is the best answer I can give you to your question, Manpreet. All right. So I don't see any more questions. So, guys, 50th episode. The giveaway contest details will be provided in our Facebook group. So make sure that you go to our Facebook group and be a part of it. All right. So I have to work on my paradigm and limited beliefs. Absolutely. Everybody has to work on their paradigms and limiting beliefs, Manpreet. Thank you, Prema. All right, Priyanka, I'm waiting for your question. Awesome, Avnish. I love it. Wonderful. So, Suresh, you can talk to Pushkar if you want. You can talk to Avnish. You can talk to many other people. They all are my clients. They all are my great friends, actually. Client is just a word we use, but they are more than that. They're part of the academy. They are doing the stuff that I tell them, and their life is getting better every single day. You're welcome, Mina. All right. Is it normal to feel Is it normal not to feel motivated? Absolutely, Priyanka. It's absolutely normal to not feel motivated towards your goal 24/7. Understand that you don't even feel happy and excited 24/7. It's a law of rhythm. The law of rhythm is always there. Sometimes you will feel good, sometimes you will feel bad. But the point here is that whenever you feel bad, you got to bring yourself back on feeling good. That's the point here. You got to keep bringing yourself back again. Keep bringing yourself up. Keep bringing yourself up. Keep bringing yourself up. It's normal don't to feel not to feel motivated all the time. But then you have to understand that, okay, whenever I don't feel motivated, that's okay. I have to bring myself back. All right, Priyanka? Even the sunshine doesn't stay whole day. It stay there just till the evening. And then it's gone. And on some days, it's not even there in the day when there are dark clouds. So the law of rhythm is always working. Okay? All right, lovely. All right, guys. So thank you so much for being here. It was a great and exciting session, and I'm looking forward to see most of you into our Facebook group. Be there in the group and watch out for the coming instructions that are going to be about the giveaway contest. Lots of things are going to be there. The link is shared again here in the chat. We will share it in the WhatsApp groups also. So be there and bring a change in your life. And I'll see you soon next week for the 51 episode of our coaching hour. And at the same time, I'm looking forward to see you, most of you, into my coaching programs, because that's where your life will take a new turn and a new change. Till then, take care and live the life the way you want to live. See you pretty soon.